Hey everyone, it's Dalia back for another vlog. Today is September, I think it's 15th. Yes, 15th. It's a Friday. Very excited. First of all, I apologize for the hair. Like what's happening here? Obviously a very long day, but not in a bad way. Um, so I promised you I'd talk about my employee, my husband, today. But before I do, I want to kind of just fill you in what's been happening today. This computer that I'm on right now has been like, I'm full, right? So let me show you how much space it had left. Okay, this is a lesson to be learned, guys. I didn't actually learn a bad lesson. I was very proactive and I took care of it before it could even cause me any trouble. But let me show you. I sent the picture to my brother a while ago and I was like, oh, what do I do? And he's like, clean out your computer, you know? So let me show you. I'm mostly trying to do it so I could see what the number was. Okay, so, well, you probably can't see it. But you see how it's in the red? You see that little that red line? That means I barely have any space on my computer left. I took a picture of it and I was like, help. I had 53 gigabytes left out of 665 gigabytes. I have a lot of stuff on my computer. So I did some work today and I got my computer down to having 300 gigabytes worth of space. Yeah, I cleaned house. Like, I cleaned it. The point is, I didn't want my laptop. It's still a great laptop, and I say that not in a condescending way. It's a great laptop. It's a great laptop. So what I mean, surely I have a lot of files, but a lot of them is not needed. And it was very nice to sit there and just clean out, clean out, clean out. It's like spring cleaning, you know. I encourage you to do it. I encourage you that if your business is on the computer, if you use a computer for your business, obviously we all use it to access our websites. Not like that. I meant like your actual business. Like I design, I need the computer. I need the computer to print my orders and things like that. I mean, I'm a stationary designer, so if you rely on the computer heavily, clean it out. Keep it organized. Back it up. Okay? Another lesson to be learned. Again, I did not learn this lesson. A friend of mine is learning this lesson as we speak. If she's watching this, hello. Back up your website. Back it up. Don't keep telling me you're going to do it later. Oh, I'm going to do it later. Everything's rolling now. It's the moment it doesn't want to roll anymore, then you're like, crap, I should have backed it up and have a copy of your site. Okay? And I actually do. So, and I actually have my computer backed. I mean, everything, I work on the cloud because of my team. I have to work on the cloud, so we use Google Drive. And then I also use an external hard drive. I have a copy of my latest backup on there just in case. Just in case what? I don't know. I just do it. I just do it. Why not? It takes me seconds to kind of go click, click, and then it backs up, So please, guys, if you learn anything from today's vlog, I know I'm about to talk about, hiring friends and family and all that good stuff in just a second. But this is obviously really important. This is like one of those things where if you don't take action, you're going to learn a really bad lesson. Make sure your files are backed up. Make sure you have a copy of those backups. Make sure your computer's not running like on its last thread. Clean it out. Take care of it, right? You know how we we buy cars and we have to change the oil and do all this stuff. We take care of it. Computers are actually the same thing. If you think about computers, they're a very large purchase. Sure, you can get a computer now for several $100s, which is not a large purchase compared to maybe a computer that's over 1,000. Like mine was over 1,000 by the time I bought it. But nonetheless, if you think about it, it's quite a large purchase for a computer. If you don't take care of it, maintain it, change its oil, it's going to eventually fail on you. And, things like not just cleaning it out, but antivirus and all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Take care of it. And sure, we could, of course, it's not as expensive as a car, so sometimes it actually can be, but sure, we could go ahead and scrap this laptop and get another one, but usually it comes at the worst time. When something wrong happens with your laptop, it's not like, oh, you know what, I wasn't working on anything important, this laptop's about to fail on me, let me go ahead and get a new one. It's always a bad time. When you're running a business, it's always a bad time for the computer to fail. You never have time for shit like that, right? We're always trying to do the next thing, work on the next thing. We don't have time to clean out our laptops and do all this stuff. Who's my husband talking to? Okay, so I was taking out the garbage. I'm like, who's he waving hi to? Anyway, sorry. So it's important that you understand that's not a task that anybody likes to do. It's not a task that you'll ever have time for. You just have to make time. And I'm not saying, you know, every day. I'm not saying once a week. We back up our files. Well, it's always backed up in the cloud on Google, and I can always trust it. Never had an issue. But I always back up on my hard drive about once a month or so. I remember once a month, once every 6 weeks. And this goes for other things, by the way, guys. Like things like your email list. You know, like when you use you own the email list, right? But you're using a service that you pay for, right? Monthly or whatever. You never know what could happen. So I highly also encourage you to, you could easily make a copy of your email list. So just in case something happens, and let's say like, I don't know what happens, right? But let's just say you're no longer on that email server anymore. You have your email list. You can literally upload it to the new server, the new place that you're using for email marketing. Done. Like nothing ever happened. Okay, seriously. Backup. Okay, so let's get into today's vlog, the one I promised you. Me and my husband spoke about 6 months ago. I forgot the estimated time. And we decided it's time for him to go. I think it's funny when I say I fired him. I didn't really fire him. We both came to a mutual agreement that it's not smart for him to work with my business. Now, let me divulge and explain the details why. Okay? I have never talked about this because I guess it's very personal, but you know, usually when I talk to you guys on Facebook Live, it's very, you know, conversational. We converse. It's very engaging. I can't sit there and tell a whole complete story without you guys, lovely guys, you know, interrupting me. Again, not in a bad way, but you know what I'm saying? It's not a good place to tell a story, a full story. The point is, you know, he's been working with me for a year and a half now, and he does some really great things. However, you know, because I think, you know, I'm his boss, I'm his wife, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're together. That I feel like without him realizing, he takes advantage of it, you know? So sometimes, like, we'll be working. And after printing is done, sometimes we don't get so lucky. We have to keep printing. But once in a while, toward the latter half of the week, sometimes we finish printing early and I want him to do other things. Well, somehow he just kind of like, no matter if he's printing 20 orders that day or 60, somehow he still gets finished at the same time. So I noticed that, and I called him out on it, and he would laugh. He has a nervous laugh, and he would procrastinate sometimes, or like go downstairs and somehow take a bathroom break that's like 30 minutes, or you get it, right? And it was annoying me. It annoyed me more, not like just like a regular employee would, but even worse, I felt like it was being taken advantage of. I don't think he meant to. I just think he personally knew, like, I got things handled, and I do. I'm the mastermind. I run my business. Without me, God forbid something happened to me, the business would not last, you know, so far. You know, it probably lasts for like 6 months to a year, which by the way is not a long time, you know, but eventually things are going to start to like, I don't know, I can't explain it. The point, I think he took advantage of that, and I worked my butt off, and I think you guys know that, especially if you follow me. And I want somebody, like, if you're a business partner with me, which by the way, you're a partner because the money we're making in this business, you're sharing it, you know? If you're a business partner, you better work as hard as me. And when you don't work as hard as me, I'm gonna start to resent you. So I start to feel resentment, and I was like, I don't like this. And then I also start to feel like, what am I gonna do for 401k, for retirement, for health insurance? I mean, you name it. I mean, of course, there are solutions to that, but I, like, you know, without having another company give you those, still, it was on my mind. So when we talked about it, he agreed that he needs to do his own thing, you know, like not be wrapped up in his wife's business. I mean, it's my business, you know, we're partners, but it's my business, and it's nice for us to, also another thing is to not spend so much time with each other. We don't, believe it or not, you would think that we would fight all the time to put next to each other. We don't, actually. We have a great relationship, thank goodness. Again, knock on wood for you guys. But once in a while it does, you know, get a little cray-cray because, you know, he sometimes doesn't want to take direction from me. And, you know, when I'm writing an email and you're trying to talk to me and I'm like this, hold on. Don't take it as, don't think I'm being rude. I'm trying to get my flow out. I'm trying to like not interrupt what I'm thinking. So, you know, like, you're no different. Like, when we're in the workplace, we're in the workplace. You're an employee. I'm not going to treat you like crap. I don't treat employees like crap, but you're an employee. Don't think you get special treatment. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, oh, no, hanging up on you. Okay. So I just we decided it was time. And so he's been so busy. He came back from his long overseas trip, 6 weeks. He was not gonna look for a job before then because he still wanted to go on his overseas trip. He just got back, I mean, it's almost like as usual, but like we're busy as hell. So he just probably applied for a couple jobs, barely. But I said to him last night, I was like, hey, so are you gonna start applying again? Like, are you like gonna get the hell out of here? Like what? And he's like, no, I am. So he's working his little magic. We'll see. Again, he can only apply when he's finished with work, and sometimes he prints until the end of the day. So we'll see. And of course, he could always obviously apply when he's done with work. But usually the kids have soccer, the kids have this. Like I wouldn't mind if you stay with me until holiday season. Holiday season is gonna kick our butt. So here's the thing. What's today's date? We're in September. September, October, November, December. Listen. If you're going to tell me, Dalia, which one would you have it? Would you rather have him leave immediately to get a job, or would you rather have him stay until holiday season? If he found a job that was good or decent, get out of here now. Because, job opportunities don't always come. You guys know that, right? Houston's a good market, but still. So I'll tell him to go. I'll just handle my workload. That's it. I would have to hire somebody. I can, but I wouldn't work on a team of just 2 people. I need 3 people with the amount of money that I make, the amount of revenue that we do. In fact, I would like a 4th person, but that's been a challenge for other reasons. Another time, guys. But I would have to hire somebody to replace him because he does all the printing, and my assistant can obviously take that over, my other assistant. But she's working on other things, to help me grow the business. You know what I'm saying? In holiday season, guys, like I need 2 people printing, and that would mean I would have to print. That means, and I'm not sure. I don't mind printing. I think it's lovely, but when I go back to printing, let's say everybody's out of the office and I happen to be the one printing, which has happened once in a while. Assistant has been sick, my husband's out, whatever. First couple days, I'm like rolling. I'm like, yeah, back to basics, and then by the 3rd, 4th day, I'm angry at life. I don't know why. That's probably enough for another vlog. I don't know why I think it's just I'm so overwhelmed with orders. Plus, I know I have to do other stuff. Again, I'm the mastermind. I'm running this business. And I'm not just running a business. I'm running a I'm about to say multi-million. I'm not multi-million. Multi 6-figure business, and it's a lot. I can't do it all by myself. So as soon as he's gone and gets settled in his new job, then I'll hire. I'll probably start hiring like I usually do, which is part-time, around 30 hours, and move that person up to full-time. Okay? So, what's next? I have to give you some advice, guys. Don't hire friends and family. Okay? Like I said to you before in yesterday's vlog, I think it was yesterday. The easiest way to make an enemy is to work with them, to be in business with them, or some sort of phrase. I don't know what it is. Don't do it. Don't do it. And if you haven't, okay, this vlog alone won't convince you of that. Okay, it won't. But if you want more like advice or like background or whatever, because you're about to hire a friend or a family member, please reach out to me. Please post in my Facebook group, the Handmade Mastermind. Search for the group if you're not part of it, or go down below in the description. I have a link for you. Okay, join it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And there's a few members that I know work with family members, and listen. Me and my husband, we worked together for over 1.5 years. Great stuff, okay? It's hard to say this. Looking back, would I have still hired him knowing what I know today? I don't know. That I can't answer. Because honestly, like him working with me was really helpful. He got to do quite a few things and help me with. He helped me with the kids and stuff like that. Sure, when he leaves again, goes to another job, then I'll have to handle the kids alone, and with the soccer and all that, whatever. So, and it's fine. I can do it. It's fine. It's just a lot more pressure on me. Guys, I can't believe I mentioned this yet in the vlog yet. I just don't like the pressure on my shoulders, knowing that my mastermind here, my business, right? Our livelihood depends on this business. I don't want that pressure on me. I want like a backup plan. I have many backup plans within my own business, by the way. I have Etsy shop, another Etsy shop, Amazon shop, website. I have the Handmade Mastermind. You know what I'm saying? Like I make money, but I want it outside my business. You know why? Because first of all, I have less likely of a chance something will fail. I will fail because I have multiple income streams, okay? It's not about that. It's about when I want to take a break, I want to take a break. When the family's livelihood depends on me and my company, when it depends on me and my company, and this is me personally, you may not feel this way, so don't feel like this may be you in X amount of years. It may or may not, I don't know. I don't like that feeling because, you know, like, I don't want to be forced to create. I don't want to be forced to be creative. When my family's livelihood depends on my business and me or whatever, I feel like I'm being forced to do something. You know, I have to, I mean, for the livelihood of my business, I have to keep putting out new products and things like that. If I wanted to be lazy for a minute, you know, then I want to be. I don't want to worry about livelihood of my family. Now, I have ways to worry about. I have a long way because, again, I'm making way more in profits than my family needs to survive. I know that, but I've always been a proactive soul. I'm not greedy. I'm proactive, meaning, sure, I'm making, let's just talk about revenue. We're not going to talk about profit for a second. Sure, I'm making 400 grand a year, right? At least this year I'll be making 400 in revenue. I don't need that much to survive. Let's say I need like half of it, but I still want more because you never know. You know, you never, and this is how I personally feel. Okay, I'm not here to offend anybody, okay? I don't like to live paycheck to paycheck per se. I actually technically do, but the rest of the money that I have in profit stays in my business account. I pay taxes on it, and that money's still mine. It still stays separate. It's almost like a savings account. But recently we had the hurricane come by, Hurricane Harvey, and a lot of people were devastated. And not even Hurricane Harvey, Hurricane Irma really wiped out, like, you know, Florida. And I think to myself, my daughter's calling me. What's up with my hair, guys? Okay. I told my husband, I said, you know, we're very blessed. I said, because we have a great business that allows us to have these extra money, and we have a decent savings. And, you know, I don't want anything to happen to my house, right? Hurricanes, stay away. But in the event something did, I'm able to say, all right, like, get over myself, like, mope around. I mean, thank goodness we're still alive, sort of deal, right? And then rebuild because we have the savings to do so. A lot of people are devastated because they don't have the funds to do so. I don't want anybody to live like that, right? A lot of America does, FYI. It's not just, you know, only a small portion of people, I heard, actually have a decent savings. But anyway, that's why I want to over prepare. That's why I want to make 400, $500,000 in revenue, because I need to prepare for the worst. And as I grow in age and time passes, my savings account gets bigger and bigger. So maybe the stress will be less. You know, I would like to think so. I think so. I mean, I paid off the house earlier this year, paid off our cars earlier this year. You know, that's obviously really nice, just in case something does happen to my business. I mean, I thought to myself, by the way, so I'll interject and say this. Before I paid off my house, I said, oh, how cool would it be if I paid off my home and my car? So just in case something happens to my business, I covered, like, my home and my car paid for. We could easily, you know, budget everything else, and then we'll be okay. Even with just like my husband going outside to get a job, right? But I already paid off the house, already paid off the car, and I know I'll still be okay if something does happen, but like I still want to make sure I over prepare because, you know, kids are getting older. They're gonna need, you know, what do they need? What do kids need when they grow older? College funds, right, and things like that. So I'm all preparing for the next thing. Anyway, don't like it all on my shoulders. Moral of the story: need my husband to go outside of what I do, have his own thing, make money. And by the way, guys, I think he made a point one day, and it was a really weak point. He pretty much said that I'm not gonna be able to make as much money as you. I'm like, you don't need to. Are you crazy? You don't need to. I said, if you make like, and again, this is my personal thing. If you make like 50, 60 a year, then we'll be okay. Like even a little bit less, I would technically be okay with that. Actually, I would more than be okay with that because it gets you out. It still brings a substantial amount of income to the household. I'd be able to pay myself less because I pay myself quite a bit for the household, right? I don't know, and I won't resent him as much. My husband likes the finer things in life, and I tend to be, I don't need much. Like, to my husband the other day, it was regarding another point. I said to him, I never ask for anything. I don't need anything. If I need something, I don't need to ask permission. I just go get it. But it's nothing ever extravagant. It's not who I am. It's not because I'm cheap. I don't care. I love books. I love books, but that's it, you know? But he likes the finer things in life. He's talking about him getting a new car that's going to cost us quite a bit of money. You know, and he talks about his Alaska trip, which is great. I think it's great for him. I think it's great that he wants to enjoy life, you know? But I need you kind of like get your own job. And like, so I won't resent you and thinking to myself, well, you're sitting here technically working part-time hours, technically trying to skip away when I'm trying to have you do extra work, and now you're spending all this money. You see what I'm saying, guys? I hope you guys can relate. I'm being very open and honest with you. This is how I've been feeling, you know? So if you want to get you a fancy car, okay, I'm talking about 40 grand, guys, okay? Fully loaded, extras on it. 40 grand car, Alaska trip, which we know is going to cost thousands, which we know it because he's driving there. In a few years, I think, I forgot when, I think in 2018, we're going to do an Italy trip, a family Italy trip. Obviously, I would love to go to Italy, but it's his main dream. So again, him, he wants to upgrade some parts of the house. I mean, you name it, you know? And it's like, again, we're a team. He works for me. Yes, he makes money, but come on. I obviously do most of the work. And the fact that you're spending most of the money is a problem with me. And again, we're a team, so it's not like my money, your money. We actually, personal thing, by the way, guys, we share an account. It's all good. Like, there's nothing there's not like, oh, no, our money's ours. That's how it is. But sometimes it's obvious when he's spending a lot more. When he bought a $200 jersey from Italy. Yes, fine. Have your fun because you love the Italian soccer team. About to buy a 40 grand car, about to do that. I mean, then it starts to really add up and be in my face. I mean, obviously he's going to let me know when he's buying a 40 grand car. He doesn't have to let me know when he's buying a $200 shirt. That's fine. But 40 grand car, I have to obviously know about it. That I'm very aware of it. And that's the problem. Okay, it's like, man, I'm working my ass off. Like, you know what it takes for me to make 40 grand? You know, and then all of a sudden you're going to go like this on a car, which by the way, you're more than, like, you could easily buy something cheaper. Well, not, well, whatever. Anyway, that's up for discussion. So if you, and I still don't think, even if he gets his own job, that's okay for him to spend money carelessly. I think I said to him, regardless of where we are in life, I don't think it's okay to spend money carelessly. I think we can enjoy life, blah, 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 blah. But I said this, I don't think it's okay. And he agreed, at least at that moment. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I have to get with my assistant before she leaves for the day. She has like 9 minutes left. So I'm going to get with her before she leaves for the day, kind of talk about what we're going to do next week. Again, I am off Monday. She's actually still coming in, and I'm actually going to talk to her what she's going to be doing on Monday. And so that's that. I am going with my sister on a HE, on a road trip, right? She's meeting with a big retailer, and I'm excited to go with her. In the car ride there, it's going to be in San Antonio. In the car ride there, I'm going to be interviewing her and asking questions and getting her ready. I'm like a whiz at that. So please wish us luck. If you follow me on Instagram, well, by the time this goes out, this recording, it'll be done. But I will still post it in the group. Follow me on Instagram to follow my journey with my sister. Obviously some personal things, but I will try to, what's the word? I will try to put on Instagram stories, the retailer will be meeting. I'll see what I can do. I'm like, obviously not going to take a picture of the meeting itself. Like, the guy would be like, what the hell are you doing, right? So just follow me if you're really interested to see what happens and how did it go, etc. Okay? And I will vlog, so the next vlog coming out on Monday, you will see it. Okay, guys? All right, I'm going to wrap this up. I will catch you guys later. Have a fantastic weekend. And, and if you like this vlog and want to see others like this or similar, related to business, personal, etc., subscribe down below. Please hit the notifications button so you get notifications of when I actually post it. Like and comment. Okay, guys? Bye.